so funny. Now, unless it's they say from Louisiana. Now you know us Creoles. Is it New? New is his last name. I think his name Michael New, and that's a French name. And you know they have those who are Creole. He could be Caucasian. We got those who are Creole who, because I'm mixed with Creole too. But those they look white, they look like him, so it could be it could be Nigerian. Because the slave ship went from Haiti to Louisiana. Something came from Nigeria. And what's the other one from Nigeria? It's another one. What other I can't think of the other country. It's one. God, I can't think right now. But anyway, in Nigeria. So this white man, 67-year-old Michael New, who's from Sindel, Louisiana, was scamming people online, getting $1 million or maybe some, lying to people, whatever it was. And he had conspirators in Nigeria, and he pretended to be a Nigerian priest. No, Nigerian prince, excuse me. Now, the reason why I'm laughing at this, I'm glad he got caught, and thank God he did, and I'm glad that people who like to make fun of Nigerians can see he was a white man pretending to be them, unless some mixture down the family tree that caused him to look white, but some drop of black DNA probably came out of Nigeria. He probably could be in Nigeria. Well, if he was a prince, you would be living good. You would be living on that old cheap old house you're living in, okay? And you'll be having 10 times money. No scam nobody who got money if you're a Nigerian prince. Come on now. Someone's going to be Nigerian and need some money. Come on. Anyway. Now, I'm going to talk to my Nigerian brothers and sisters. And I could be Nigerian down the family tree because we don't know all our, tribes and what parts of Africa that are mixed heritage because, none of us up here are black in this country. As you know, I'm African-American, French, Spanish, Creole, part of my brothers come from Louisiana, English, Irish American, and that's what I know of, okay? Now, I don't know if I could be Igbo and Yoruba or, Benin. I was trying to say Benin, okay? Because some of the tribes came from Benin too, okay? Because I'm still learning about this stuff. And Fulani or whatever, okay? And Benin is also a country. That's what that time I remember the Pope. What's the name? Pope. Benin went down there. Sure did. When I was watching on EWTN. And so you have, and I also was reading about voodoo, and some of the voodoo comes from the Nigeria and also from Benin as well. Now I don't do voodoo, but I was reading about that. So, like I said, we have to bring in that because of trace of that. If he is, now you never know, because we got folks. Remember they had all the mixture down there in Louisiana, and it was different from the South. The Spaniard governor, made it legal to intermarry. Okay, before the Anglo-Saxon came in and destroyed it at laws. I was reading about that too. Yeah. I'm still learning because remember when I found out Real and Family Tree last year, the Spanish part of me. In the Black Spanish Creole roots I started to find out the 1700s spring. Because I remember reading about when I went to Lafayette back in 1997, almost 20 years ago, 21 years in the next couple months, in September, October. They talk about the Spanish, went to Felicity's plantation. It was a white Spaniard woman who owned a plantation. Okay, yeah, we went to her plantation in Lafayette. You still have people of African descent working on. I don't care if you're getting paid. I'm not working on the damn plantation. Hell no. But I know it's French, but I know that Spaniard. And it's funny, I was speaking Spanish at the time, and it was my last year in high school. Last year in high school, but also last year taking Spanish. Well, okay, it's weird. It is in my bloodline, okay? And I'm 19 all these years. So the reason I'm bringing this up just to educate people. When I'm making jokes about this white man could be Nigerian, he could be not fully white, but look white, okay? Because our Creoles, you have people who look like me that don't know, God rest his soul. He's a Creole, dark-skinned Creole. Actually, my grandfather's like that, okay? Because my grandfather, even though he didn't notch his roots on my dad's side, but he was dark-skinned. His roots, both his parents from Louisiana. You have folks that Beyonce looking. You have folks that look Hispanic, okay? Sheila E. is part black and Mexican and Creole, okay? Nicole Richie's aunt. So her brother is Nicole Richie's real father, okay? You have folks, but even you have brothers that look like them, and sisters that look like, they get passed for a Latina from Latin America. You know what I'm saying? To them, for real. And they were like, I'm not Hispanic, I'm black. Creole, okay? You know what I'm saying? I remember seeing them yellow bone girl with long black hair that looked like they're Hispanic. from Latin America, Mexican, Puerto Rico, whatever. And I ain't no Mexican. I am black. Okay, because that one drop mentality. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm black. I ain't no Mexican. I ain't Spanish. Don't get them brothers who look like one of them with like a AKA essay. Don't not to be stereotypical. And you say, oh yeah, Mexican. Hey man, I'm black. Like that man, I'm black y'all. Black. See, for real. They're like, I ain't no Mexican. I never get him, brother. I said, come to me, so never forget back in the day. Y'all know I'm laughing, throw some jokes up in here. I said, come to me, so it was back in 2000. Going to work, sure I was. And then Creole brother said, I ain't Spanish. He was old man too. I said, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, brother. And I never forget, I ain't no Mexican. Don't be speaking Spanish to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. That happens. I said, so you speak Spanish a lot. So, just to educate people, we have Creoles that look like that. And we got Creoles that look like this white man here. So, you either Cajun or not too Caucasian Creole. Okay? I call it like it is, okay? But look the past. So if he do got a drop of black DNA, it might have came out of Nigeria because we do eat gumbo. Okay? What's the stuff they even have it in southern Mexico and Veracruz, and same thing in Cuba. See how y'all can't lie about that with me as I'm learning the history and everything. Because now is it Fulongo? What's it Fulongo? Mofongo. The soup y'all eat in southern Mexico and Veracruz is the same as in Cuba, okay? Also, we call it gumbo. And I did eat gumbo growing up. It's funny that my grandma on my dad's side is only black and English and native, but her great grandmother, who's like a white woman who's English and black, she was from Louisiana. She's from Liberia. I found the one who married the Choctaw Native American man. That's why me and my dad don't have no hairy on, and my uncle too, who's dark skinned. Okay, so we don't have hairy people. As our daddy, I mean, his daddy, because remember my grandparents raised me as my parents. He's hairy. He dark, but he's hairy. He was hairy when he passed away, and he had dark eyes, but he had the blue line in his eyes. Dark, and that said, okay, he would deny to do this. Said French and you, okay, you know what I'm saying? So, but he had Indian in his family as well. We don't know what tribe, but that's what the elders told me when I was tracing my roots back when I was younger. But yeah, but she know how to make gumbo. Even though we don't get along, she know how to make a good gumbo. Okay, I think Big Mama, her mother made her, and I heard they from East Texas, but they could be from Louisiana, because you had a lot of the Creoles. That's how they entered Texas back in the day. It was from East Texas, then Central, and they popular. You can remember Creoles. Where they dark skin, light skin, king curly hair, whatever, look like a white person, look exotic, people think they're from Mexico or Puerto Rico, whatever. They left Louisiana because of jobs, okay? That's why many moved to California. Many went to other places, and those who look white passed. Okay, it's not all of them, but some of them passed as white. Okay, so that's how and that's how my grandparents. My great-grandparents on my grandfather's side, they came out of the central part of Louisiana because of that. And even on my mom's side of the family, they came out of Louisiana. My mom is from Texas, but tracing her ancestry part of came, so that makes a lot of sense, okay? Especially some came out of doing slavery, okay? I don't know, the fourth grandfather who's a Real was a free man of color, or was he a slave? But they said that his records were from Louisiana. His parents from, so that makes a lot of sense because Real, that's Spanish, okay? So and you had those who passed it, and actually that fourth grandfather on the other side of the family tree, that's the one that's Grandpa Red's grandfather on his dad's side, on my mom's side. He had to come out of Louisiana past the man, a white woman, okay? You know what I'm saying? That's the other side. He had to, okay? Because they said that he was Creole, the top of third grandfather, but the third grandfather tracing the roots. That's our last year. Well, 2 years, because now I'm still trying to get used to 2018. The mother, who's white, is not any French origin. She is of English and Irish, okay? So that's how. So yeah, baby, it's a lot of work. I can't wait to go and get my income tax, baby. When I get my W-2s, baby, and get that income tax money and try to go do more research, baby. It's a mystery to me. It's a mystery to me. Fills me within. We went together. Y'all know that song. Taking me to the point of no return. Oh, baby. Y'all know what I'm talking, baby. No. My cousin's dad bought that tape for me back in '87. And we had a birthday showbiz pizza in Pasadena, okay? Before it was Chuck E. Cheese, okay? Pasadena, Texas, okay? I remember that, okay? And I turned 8 years old, and I got Exposure, the cassette tape. Yes, I remember those days. I missed the '80s, okay? And mystery to me with the Hispanic, she's Mexican. I thought she came from Los Angeles and went to Miami and joined Expose. And I know everybody thinks she's a Negro nose. That's an Afro Mexican. That's not Puerto Rican, okay? Cuban. Yes, you know Janae Hurtado. She fine too, by the way. She fine though. I love that Negro nose, that wide nose. I thought she was Puerto Rican and her hair is curly. Yeah, but she's from Mexico. She played me familiar too. I think when they found out that Constance Marie's character, who was a nun who fell in love with the priest, and they left they calling. They no longer was priest and nun no more. They was married couple. Okay, yes. And when my former RA, not to tell all our business from Job Corps, that's his cousin who plays Selena's killer. Okay, because you remember the vet Altaveros. She's from the vet Lupe Altaveros. She's from El Paso too. Well, he ain't tell all our business because he the one told me Big Mouth. Okay, she was in the kitchen and she said, "What the heck?" Well, they said Jeanette Hurtado was in there. So from Expose. I love Jeanette Hurtado. I love all and the rest of them. And who's the other one who's Italian? Yeah, I love all, baby. I love all of them. The blonde was in. Okay. Bruno was in Gloria Bruno. Yeah, she's the Italian one. That's the dark hair one. Okay. The one that came out later on that she was bisexual. I saw that interview. I did see that interview. When I was in college, in Pasadena College. Okay, anyway, get to the subject. So, anyway, point is, so, truth of the matter is, men them came out. So, I want you to understand why I'm bringing this up. And you had, like I said, that's why because gumbo is a African word, and that's what we call our roots gumbo, because you have different mixtures of that. You have bell peppers, you have, of course, you have the juice in the soup, you have crabs, you have shrimp, you have sausage, what else? There's stuff in there I'm missing because I haven't ate gumbo in a while since 2 years ago, or actually last year when the French chicken before it closed. The franchise is closed. Okay, I love me some French chicken. I'm from Houston, baby. Y'all I'm talking about, and it's owned by Creole people, French chicken, of course. But that gumbo good, yeah, that gumbo good. I need some nonsense. It's called. Oh yes, I love me. And Louisiana chicken when I was, Louisiana kitchen on Gessner in West Park area. Yes, baby, I just come down that bus on 46 and get me some gumbo, and I'm patting and itching, you know what I'm saying, itching because they did excellent. Damn, they made it super hot, baby. It was good. And it was doing cold season, baby. I love big y'all. Go to Louisiana chicken and get you some gumbo, baby. That gumbo is good. Ooh, I love gumbo, baby. Okay, anyway, so gumbo, that's what it is. So we call gumbo as an African word, okay? There's a lot of Africans in culture, in the Creole culture. So don't think, So unlike our African American Anglo culture, because our African ancestors that outside Louisiana was stripped. Remember, it was Spanish and French colony, okay? You know what I'm saying? So, y'all get my point. So, they was a little bit loud to have the African. That's what, it makes a lot of sense. That's why I love being Creole. It is a little Afrocentric besides Eurocentric and mixture native as well. So, it's the same thing what I love at Latino culture outside of Louisiana. Okay, because it had a lot of the Afro-Latino slaves did not lose their culture compared in the Caribbean. Like the only, Williams later they stripped a lot of our outside in Anglo-America, Southern Anglo-America. Okay, Southern, South, white Southern culture they stripped. That's why our mentality is different. Okay. And it's weird that when I was raised in the Black Anglo-Saxon culture growing up in a little Creole culture as well, okay? Because I eat gumbo at home and stuff like that. But when I stepped out of it, the mentality changed, and it is very true. When I do meet people who from the South, who have that none of that connection. Is our mentality, especially religious beliefs, that why we bump heads, okay? Which I have no problem, because I feel that if something is that you was taught and it's causing you to stay in the rut you in, you have to come out. And I was telling people on the videos, the mentality has got to change in Trump America. You no longer need to need that old slave mentality going. And no, Christianity is not a white man's religion. I will go ahead and say it after bashing y'all's religion. The Protestantism is a white religion, okay? Especially in the South, okay? Get that in your head. So the truth of the matter is, that's why. So you notice that why even Creole people, dark, light, whatever, you shout out to those who keep their culture in. You know that, and I have a bump heads with even just stepping and learning about my own Creole culture, that even when it comes to white, when it comes to African American people who live in Black Anglo-Saxon culture in the South, we bump heads. The Northern is different. The South is like slave mentality. You gotta understand, historically, you had people of color who were free, okay, in Louisiana, who had businesses and stuff. That's why I'm not y'all talking about denying my career. Why should I be ashamed of that? Oh, they had colorism because of Anglo-Saxon culture came in and corrupted Louisiana, okay? You know, and you talking about the free people of color who was light and bright in there. Well, no, excuse me, I understand, because even Frederick Douglass practiced this. A lot of free people of color did not hang with the slaves, even if they were bright, high yellow slaves and looked like a white person like this dude here, because they was afraid of going back. Okay? It's the same thing with those who leave out the ghetto. I understand. One thing those who have to go understand, not everybody in the ghetto have that same dream of being in the ghetto, okay? Because that's not my dream. So help a brother or sister out who's trying to come out. That's, you have some emails in that. But those who want to stay in and rot in the ghetto, the white race man created to rot in, I'm not going to sit here and help you out. You don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to help yourself out. And that's what it was. Okay? So you see why my mentality is different? Okay, compared to those, because even, I mean, I always been the opposite from my own family. They always told me, you always been different from us, even when you was a little kid. So that was, I guess, it was predestined to be that way. Because it is very true. Even when I was, they was asking me in the office, they said, Zach, why are we trying to help people get jobs, but a lot of us don't want to come and get jobs? Because I have a different mentality. I don't think like a slave. The people out here thugging, they have a slave mentality. Okay? They going on what the white master told them what black's supposed to be. And back in slavery days, they told you that being on the bottom, you stay there, you don't fight back, you don't question, blah, 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 and that. Well, if you have a freedom mentality, I question. Now, not everybody in Anglo-Saxon culture live there. Don't get me black Anglos, wherever. But y'all see the mentality that in the South, people use religion. The Southern Baptist Convention distorted the Bible. That's why many of us, that's why when I left the Baptist church, it was spiritually predestined to get out. Because, not to say, and like I said about Martin Luther King, let me explain something. He had a different mentality. While he was marching in Selma, and he had Catholics and Jews, and even you also had white Baptist ministers. And I go ahead and mention one who's alive and who's not. Jerry Falwell, Pat Robinson did not agree with Martin Luther King. Do you know what I'm saying? They were against, and it's one thing when I see, they got some testimonies I watch on CBN, but I don't agree with that process. But you understand that why some of them voted for Trump, why that white evangelicals did not back us up. Now these, you got white cap, but those are, but hold on, they're going against someone who runs a church. Pope Francis did not deal with, he meeting with Trump like he met with all the presidents, but he never liked Trump's campaign. Okay? So it makes a lot of sense. A lot of white Catholics in America are Anglo-nized, trying to hold on to their faith, but buying into the WASP racist culture. Not all have, that's a difference. Because when the Germans were Catholic, came to Texas, they was trying to go against slavery. A lot of folks don't understand that. A lot of folks understand that, and that's why and you can understand even in Catholic countries when slavery was practiced, we about the slaves knew they was wrong, because you had nuns and priests who was not for slavery, who had no power with certain people who was corrupt in those areas. Okay, that's why Mexico beat slavery, got rid of it, and beat Spain. Right after it got rid of slavery, right there beat Spain before the United States, and had someone partially black as a president. Do you understand? Haiti, same damn thing. So the cousin is religion. Okay, so our mentality. Do you understand? Spiritually, your brain, how you run your ideology, dictates how you live your life. You know what I'm saying? So if you're out here being a do nothing because Master told you to be a do nothing, aka modern day slavery, going to a private place, coming and being a stug and thinking that's how it is to be because I got one job, but they gotta get my point. But when you step out that mentality, you know that's not a good mentality. Okay? Some of us understand when we starting to change the subject. We got so much pride in the ghetto because the mentality is to stay in there and don't come out. You cannot complain about something. That's why I don't mind taking the road that's less travel. And a lot of people step in everybody's way because I allow people, but in 2018 I'm not allowed to have no more. Because people tell me, if I go against my conscience and do what I gotta do, I gotta do it. Hey, you gotta live once. Heaven or hell, live tell. Okay, I live that way. I'm not living that way no more. But the reason why I live alone and work, and they say, dang, you work, because I don't have the mentality trying to stay on the government. That is not my plan. I know and educated that these are public housings in Section 8 and stuff was to make us to the rock again. You have folks trying to preach, destroy scripture in my face about keeping this mess as a blessing from God. First of all, keep your personal interpretation of the Bible out of my doggone face. That's what and I'll go ahead and quote that scripture. 2 Peter chapter 1, 21. And third chapter. Okay, the story will be on your guard. That's what I know. You can't talk about God not gonna bless. First of all, the Luke 6 debunk your argument. Those who say that. God knows my conscience and God knows I want something better. So shut up with your wolf and shall interpretation. Stop trying to be master slave who, until you get your behind whooped by a master like Nat Turner telling the slave to stay on the plantation, then you're going to wake up. Baby, I have a different mentality. Your mentality takes, that's the difference we compete. That's why other African people, we cannot get together because of mentality-wise. But their mentality is, I'm sorry to say this by ignorant and discerning it, is whine about it, don't do nothing about it, and say we're going to then get attended by those who wouldn't take that road. And that's why. But even with Martin King, the people in his own congregation was going against what he was trying to do. Did you know that? His own daddy, okay, who changed his name, who's Irish and black, who went to Europe and saw Martin Luther, who was not a true member of the white German man, okay, who invented Protestant Christianity, okay, took that name, okay, was going against Martin King's own dream too. He had all odds against him. People in his church said, you shouldn't be doing this. But he had to think outside the box. All making y'all talking about him, y'all make fun of his death. First of all, shut up. If you want us to be in poverty and be in someone else's and be come together as in being ruined, come together, and not being blossom, come together, I don't want to hear your doggone argument. You can call me coon. I don't live for you. But I'm sorry to say that. So that's what I'm saying. I'll get back to something. I mean, go in history. I want my viewers to understand why I'm bringing history in this thing. Okay? So going back to the subject, this white man could be, if he does, which is not a shock, have a drop of black DNA in him. Now, I mean, not lying about it. Okay, y'all saying so he could be Cajun. I mean, for the French Canadian that came to Louisiana, okay? Or he could be a mixture of Spanish and French along with some black and native and all. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't know. So I had to be careful because one thing about me being a partial Creole brother, I like to be respectful, even though he's a crook. Anybody who's out there who is Creole, darker than me, my shade, kinky curly hair, straight hair, whatever you feel, I like to recognize us because people are uneducated about who we are. And I don't like to go along with uneducated people and their expectations. And I wish to stop begging and grabbing my doggone leg and think I should go along and tag me along with that gunk, that trash, okay? Now, the truth of the matter is the dude was passing to be Nigerian. And I make the joke that he could be Nigerian because of gumbo, mofongo. Come on, y'all. Yeah, I'm saying hello, okay? Baby, I love to be historical with my arguments, okay? And the truth of the matter is that he got locked up. They won't let him out. And if you ain't too white, that white privilege ain't gonna help you. But truth about it is, I gotta say this. To my Nigerian people, I'm about to eat. And some people, I'm from Houston, and I dealt with some bad things with Nigerian people, even in church. They even out there to get the Pope Francis on. The problem is, I have an issue with ugly behavior. And you can't say I hate Nigerian. Did I just say at the beginning I could be Nigerian? And I wouldn't be ashamed to be Nigerian, okay? But I'm not going to defend being bullied and narcissistic no matter what the culture's in me. I have white people in the family who did the same dang on thing. Many of you, half of you who are from the Igbo tribe, but particularly the one, it could be other tribes besides Yoruba and some other tribe, but particular, there was a tribe called Benin. I met a Nigerian who's Benin, who shares the relation with the people from Benin country. So I want to say this, so I'm passionate about the Igbo and Nigerians because the other tribes who are not Igbo, okay, do not like this tribe in Nigeria, okay? So when I say Nigerians, to all my Nigerians who are not Igbo, don't get offended with what I'm trying to say. But in America, see, one thing I know about this in Nigeria, when the English came in mixed, because half of Nigerian, many Nigerians, dark and light, my shade, I'm talking about people black, come all color. No. Stop lying. Maybe certain tribes, but they tribe coming over here to Africa and the Americas were not that. They call them black because they were black. They were dark chocolate close to black. It makes a lot of sense, okay? Now, the reason why you see people lie to me and everything, because it's very true. And I mean, I just said, dang, how do you know we have English in? Because White Papa was a rolling stone. We got I drop all of he went all the Latin America. He went all, I thank you. White Papa was a rolling stone. Okay, no matter if he was Willie his hat, he was bone. Okay, whether he was raping or seducing or marrying. Okay, they even got a housewife now a show. Well, Nigerian women. Some my color naturally are lighter and some bleached, married to white rich men. Yes, it's coming up soon. Yeah, I saw that, okay? Now, many of those Nigerians who run Nigeria are Igbo tribe. So when Nigeria got its independence from the English, okay, the way they speak English, and at the mixing, the Igbo tribe are very powerful, okay? One thing I do give the Igbo tribe people, because I once saw, and I'm not trying to sound gay, a brother, I think about a little bit my probably a little darker, okay? He was Nigerian, he was dressed up to the nine, I came out in Walgreens in Midtown. I said, go ahead, brother, because we need in America all the 400 years of slavery to have that self-esteem. To my brothers thugging, exchange that and stop do nothing thugging shit, okay? Now, have that. Just be humble with your confidence. That's what I'm trying to say here, okay? Now, but many of us in the African American community who have dealt with abuse within our white people, because we are part white down the family tree, and we had our people of color from the south of the border who share a mixture of three races just like we do, and some of us who have experienced connection, because like in my case we have experienced Creole, okay, but the Latino, so those who got brainwashed by white Anglo-Saxon process of racist behavior, even though they don't share the same religion, some do. Now we gotta deal with someone who are acting just like them, and some of y'all didn't come out my shade and dark or lighter than me. Some are dark than me, acting like you are Darren Wilson. And don't forget, when I went to Celebras, one particular guy, and I'm not being racist, the color of my hair color, okay, was following me in the store like he's some white security officer who's racist. And I had to laugh. And the funny part, I was snitching on him to the Hispanics in Spanish, because you know I spoke Spanish. Ha! Celebras on 45 Wayside. That mess. I started going to the Latino bakery down there because the officer was rude to me when I put my basket on side, because I did not know where I can put my basket back in 2014. The Latino officer. From not the older one with the gray hair. No, he cool. The one that is young, by my age, probably younger, who had screening my name. First of all, dude, before that badge, you was still human, and lucky that if something happens to you when you're in the department, I'm not gonna feel sorry for you, because once again, minorities are tempted by white racist people who infiltrate the police departments, and that's why they're doing all this stuff. And that's including African American. Yes, that's why they're beating them, because they know that if they stop they're doing, they're gonna have, like what happened in New York City with the NYPD. They're gonna have to deal with a lot of harassment, mistreatment. Even Miss Kathy, the dark skinned sister, beautiful dark skinned sister from HPD, former HPD, she had a lawsuit with everything because African American and Hispanic people in HPD, his was getting intimidated by those all who are white. It's funny we had Officer McClinton, Chief McClinton, before we had Officer Chief Clark, Chief Art, who's Hispanic, but Officer McClinton, whatever his name is, the brown complected brother who's with an Irish last name. He allowed, I'm sorry, you, in my opinion, I don't know what goes in, but he allowed that stuff to happen. What brother? Y'all get on my nerves. While we had a white lesbian mayor who's liberal. So my question, if y'all running and y'all ahead of the, you should be having this mess going on. Yeah. We also have a shortage of that's why all the crime is going on, because I think we still got a shortage of HPD officers. I was doing some research last night. So, we say I gotta read about this stuff. Y'all, when you deal with the law, I gotta read about this. Gotta be smart. So, the truth of the matter is, the Nigerian dude was following me in the store, and I had to snitch to the officer, the Hispanic lady, young lady who's a fine, oh, she fine too, she young and fine, who's a manager thing, and like a model, coat shape model, baby, oh, dang, okay. She wanted to make her a cake. I want to make her, she wanted one of these days, and I don't go there because I boycott and stuff, but if she's not working there no more, I hope we see each other again so I can make her a cake when her birthday come up, because she's fine, she's still single, okay. Anyway, but she was smiling, she was flirting with me, baby, I would go to her anywhere. She was, I feel like, Bonifa Sharifa Jackson, remember when they was in that boot store? Web is called Get Anything I Like. Okay. Y'all on Mad TV before Tyra Banks came in and confronted her. Okay. Anyway, point is, I was gonna make that fine Latina girl fine. Okay. Fine self. I think she was 19 years old, 20 something. Ooh. And she was already a boss of that. She was cool, me, babe. Ooh. Dang. If I ever, I hope she working someplace else I can meet her, because I don't know. I'm not banned from I don't go there, okay? You know, I complain to the managers about that, and I have a mad voice message, because I'm like, dang, it's a cheap store, okay? And I buy my stuff there. With EBT card and with my debit card, I don't steal a damn thing, but see, I carry a bag, okay? So, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a car. Due to that codependency from family, that's why I'm not family oriented, okay? So, see what I'm saying? Your own family drag you down and you grown almost 40. I blame them for that. They let me have my own mind. Because one thing, I'm a very independent minded. I go by what's good with my decisions. I don't know about blocking my decisions because I look at the future of that. If you block this was a concept of women, I know exactly that old shit they believe in. I've been through that in the trash back in 1990 something, okay? But the truth of the matter is, that's why I carry a bag with me when I ride the bus, okay? So if I had a car, I'd love to have a car, put that in there. So anyway, so these Nigerian officers, one by my shade, the one who real bright with the glasses, and the real dark one, the tall one with real almost a color, no offense, almost a color black, okay? And the reason I bring this up because your ass was harassing me in the store while I was getting my bag from the counter, and you did not know I speak Spanish, and I told a Latino woman about how you was following me in the store in Spanish, and your ignorant ass did not know that. And my question is, I wish you'd go to Via Texas, white clan Via Texas, and act like that to the white folks and see how you get treated, brother, okay? Point is, I had to go there. So, truth of the matter is, you have these Nigerian Ibu dog like that, my shade, lighter, whatever, who is mistreating us in positions of power, where many of us African Americans, we're glad to see someone with African descent, who are doctors, lawyers, professionals, but we would love to have some compassion, because you are in our country. And let me explain when I say our country. I'm not talking about being your ancestors, who are African kings, queens, tribal leaders, who kicked our African ancestors out of Africa and gave it to our white ancestors later on, which could do race mixing. You forgot that many of us are part Native American. Don't let the white man tell you who we are. That's a lie. Many of us are mixed with 3 races. This is our other land. Okay? Even though Native Americans did slave Africans, you had Native Americans who also helped Africans get out the plantation. Okay? They had the black Seminoles, the Black Select tribes. And they also had, in many cases, the Native Americans will buy a slave in order to keep them from not going back to white massa. That was for their freedom. Do you get what I'm saying? They were freeing the Native American tribe. That's not probably why Andrew Jackson kicked the Native, because many of them was grounds for slaves to get out their plantation, okay, or white massa. Many of us are part Native American, and this is our land. And many of us who are of the three races, no matter how we look like them, because I don't go by a white man's view of me. I go by what's in my genealogy that got me here. We accepted you here in this country. Many of us don't have this anti-African mentality, okay? I had many times was happy to see a Nigerian person. Even when I was in church in mass sometimes after I became, we had the one who real dark, and I was accepting him, so happy to see him. He was a nice Nigerian priest. So do you get my point that I never had this anti-Nigerian behavior? But me, you have anti-African American descendant behavior, and I know about the word agata. Agata, whatever you want to call it. It's a Yoruba word, means a wild cat. And that wild cat is non-domestic, meaning that they don't know no training. So it's like the N-word to us when the Igbo tribe people use that term about us. Agata, don't marry no gatas. And I understand that you have folks, and I'm a gata when you mistreat me because I'm a Leo. That's my sign, and that's a cat, okay? I am a Leo. I'm a natural born leader, and I don't believe in horoscopes as in theology, as in the stars in the future, no, but people's signs, their characteristics, and I'm very accurate with the body. So when they talking about how we don't like we will piss you off, mistreat, that when they say I watch these videos, I'm like, they are talking about me. We like to have an hour exactly. They are right about us Leos. I'm sorry. So when it is accurate with me, I had no reason to disagree. We're professional. We like to be center of attention. That is me. I love to be center of attention. I've been like that since I was a kid. I love to be a leader. Exactly. I don't like to be a follower. I can't be submissive. It's very unnaturally when it comes to psychological to be submissive to anybody. Okay, so I am a gata when you attack me. I will be that lion. If you was living in the jungles, not the urban areas of Africa, where they have city and civilized countries, because everybody think that Africa is a jungle. But if you were one time living or visited jungles, I'm that wild cat that you don't fool with. Okay. If someone don't even like me, I walked up in a church late coming from work, and going to eat a man's Nigerian brother, wasn't a priest. One of the ushers gave me all this weird look. I'm like, what? And I found out when he was talking to me, he was Nigerian. And I'm like in my head thinking, brother, you in our country, and I don't have a problem with you. But when you cross me, that's when I have a problem. That I do it to everybody. I don't care what your color is or whatever. And I'm getting very tired that some of our brothers and sisters who are from Nigeria, who especially from the Igbo tribe, come here. We're happy you got the positions that Martin King fought for you to have. Don't forget that, okay? But the ugly attitude has got to stop. Okay? The ugly attitude, mutual respect. When I went to the club, The Root, remember I told you that I had to leave because of transportation, but I also need to stay there and don't let my Latino friend from Belize. If you watching this video, dude, please listen to Rihanna's song, one of her songs about that she had the suitcase in. I need that message to be delivered to you, okay? Anyway, let me get to the point. Y'all know I'm talking about in one detail. You can go ahead and put a comment. Yeah, yeah. So we haven't talked about avoiding my calls. I'm about to be in the male version of Rihanna about something, and when I don't play with that green paper, I call it like it is. All right, that's why I didn't go to that New Year's thing this year. Anyway. He was going to take me home, drop me off, whatever. But no, I chose not to go because when I was out there dancing to a Thamala Gasolina and putting it on Instagram, he gave me permission to sit at the table. Here come a Nigerian dude, short, probably almost to be his daddy because I'm older, okay? Was on Hispanic and white girls dressed in bunny suits, whatever their outfit was. And you had an ugly attitude talking about the Nigerian brother at the LaRue. Talk to me crazy. Talking about this reserved. Don't you ever in your fucking day talk to me in my motherfucking country that way. How about me come to your country acting a fool with your dumb ass? And I'm sorry, I left. I said, I came here to have fun time. This far, you know how I feel about my family. Talk to me. And anybody on this fucking earth talks to me crazy. I don't have no love for you. I don't care about your stupid upbringing. Fuck your upbringing. Don't pass that shit to me. They curse to me. So when you start when they did it, and so I'll never forget. Yes, and because what it is, we don't live their culture. Especially someone who's liberal like me, okay? They have a very ultra conservative culture down there, okay? And they talk about we don't respect our elders. No, excuse me, change that. Some of the elders don't respect us, and we get tired of that bullshit. We want mutual respect. Because we look at that person as human first before age and title and color and all that other mess. Because don't use that as an excuse to mistreat somebody because your age or whatever your title. No. Respect, go, but remember we're American, okay? Especially I'm a liberal version of America, not the conservative. They're the hypocritical conservative, okay? So when you, I guess, by discerning of your spirit, you have an ugly, which with me because I don't float with people with that mentality. I don't care what your color is. I'm from the South. You know many times I want to leave the damn South. So many times y'all love me, Houston. You know what I'm saying? Y'all love Houston so bad. It's a racist, city. And so when the Liberian man came in with that Ebola, y'all got your ass hurt when they start mistreating, talking about that we don't want Africans up here about you might have Ebola. Now, hold up. The same time, I felt a little bit sorry, but I said, wait, hold up. Many times I had Nigerians, even the caseworker I had to snitch on with my doctor, taught to us be crazy and try to make every damn fucking excuse in the book, okay? When I confront their ass, because they know their ass know they're guilty, as sin in their heart and soul. But when the white folks you try to kiss up and measure into, start doing you that shit, and even though they ignorant because the dude came from Liberia, you know about us in Nigeria, but the dude came out of Liberia, a different country. They mistreat your ass because they did it to us. We're glad because some of us never, including myself, never stepped foot in Africa. So then you start complaining. And I said, wait a minute, hold up. That's the same damn attitude because see, for 400 years, we were taught, and I've debunked this so many times, we were taught to allow people to disrespect us from slavery. Why you see the functional stuff in our families? That's why I'm not family oriented. It came out of slavery. The mama talking down to her son that when this syndrome, it came out of slavery. In the story in the Bible, that mess. So for years we've been taught to accept and have this old fake thick skin. It doesn't stop you from getting killed from police, so shut that fuck up with that mess, y'all, from here. About allowing people to talk to us crazy, whether it be our mamas, our dads, or anybody. White man, another brother and sister, Mexican, anybody. We've been taught to be treated less than slave about the humanization of us. So when you come to this country, okay, and we welcome arms, and you take a position that 9-10 hour won't. Now y'all talking Mexican immigrant, the who don't speak, that's a low position. The Aunt Mama and institution, I don't want that shit. But positions is high and trying. And then one thing you can be critical to those who make that argument about some of us brothers. When I try to get on my own, it was your dumb asses, some of you, okay, telling you that to stay with my family who don't want me to have a future of my own. Because I'm okay being one thing. And I understand that in Latino culture, in Nigerian culture, you're family oriented because you come from a family that usually a stable family. In America, especially with us, we came from a dysfunctional family. Even during slavery, a dysfunctional family. And many of us are hurt. In order to heal from the pain, you cannot be in a toxic environment. And many of you are stupid, not all y'all. I said some of you assume that it's something other else. No, you don't know the problem. You know, then in some of your religious, where your Protestant or Catholic, did it tell you that's on the mind your business? Paul says that mind your business. Then also, hold on, it tells you that not all families are supposed to be together. Read Matthew 10. When Jesus was trying to teach them about him, you have family members telling them, don't you tell the kids, don't you listen to that. They were Jewish. Don't you listen to that. And he said, if you love your father, okay. Not all families are meant to sit together. You have toxic people. You forget you have this false reality that every mother is good, and that not everybody is good. They're still human before their title. Once again, I mentioned that. So when you come to this country, you assume that we live just like you do. No, we do not. Some of us have elements like some non-Creoles, but those who are on my non-Creole side of me, okay, well, they Anglo, Black Anglo, and they strip every African culture out of my African ancestors. That's why we don't know, we don't have last names like you do. And then next thing they mix within. And it was not always rape. There were free people color mixing, whatever, that's true. But that came in. So genetically, we have a lot of DNA that's mixed from all over the place, shall I say. And if we went to Africa, it'd be hard because we're not used to it. Okay? We used to people telling us to go to Africa and learn. And one thing about me here as a Agata Leo King, I do things on my own motherfucking terms. Ain't nobody gonna tell me shit. But if you don't like what I don't live in, especially, please have the wise to move away, folks. Because I need to keep your peace. Because I'm gonna be peaceful. If you give me guaranteed misery, I'll make sure you share that guaranteed misery. That's the difference between me. So that's the whole reason why that we cannot come together all the time, because I'm okay if us come together, but we're supposed to have mutual respect. And I think some of y'all need to stop thinking, because without that Agata, Martin Luther King, Black, Irish, Native American man that was listed back as the one drop trash, okay? Fought you on Delta and me and anybody else, you wouldn't have those positions. You wouldn't have it. You'll be picking cotton, strawberries, and everything else. You humble yourselves in the United States of America. That's not local. That's not Nigeria. Okay. So when I critique y'all, don't get offended, because the same way you get hurt, those who get hurt, it's the same way you hurt when you hurt me. When I'm in the store, at a 99-cent store, and I'm trying to shop, and I have a bag, and I put it to the side, and I have a security officer who's a couple shades darker than me, running around looking at me like he's Darren Wilson, and I'm not stealing. I had to confront the manager about that mess. Yes, I had to snitch. Okay? Because I would like to y'all go to a white racist town and see how you get treated, and see how security officers treat you there. Or you take it to and see how the white folks, they try to steal something, and see you try to confront the way you confront us, and see how you get treated there. You're not in Nigeria no more. Don't give up the culture, but that ugly attitude has got to stop. And I'm going to mix that, because one thing about me, I don't like nobody. I don't care if it's part not in my destiny. I'll make sure, as long as I'm living this earth, I'll do all I can in my own destiny and guarantee to not live when nobody mistreated me, unless they watch out. They may think they think they thought I might do something to them. They don't know about it, and I keep it to myself about it. I don't want to go detail about my business, because I don't like to live a lifetime commitment of being abused and mistreated. That's why we have an attitude towards you here in the United States, because you think that's cute down there. We don't care about that. And the funny part is the Igbo tribe gets a lot of flack from other tribes in Nigeria, because the history is what African told me, who's from Ghana or Kenya or Congo, wherever his name, and he's lived in England, and very there were some things I disagree with. He was telling, he said, what it is, the Igbo tribe, he's another African, that when the English left, y'all had wars with the Nigerian Muslims, and with the Yoruba tribe. Okay, and Yoruba, I think that's what a lot of the descent of the is. Okay, yeah, okay. Anyway, and you fought and mistreat them. Your tribe there, and so when you used to have the money, all that stuff, and then too in Nigeria, like he said, they don't have welfare, and you have to, you have the mentality is you have to work, which I understand. Well, here in the United States, due to a family oriented mess, you have folks in our family who don't want us to be dependent on our own. They want power control of us for their own personal greed, and it speaks for itself. They can't lie to me about that. So, and when they die, who gonna take care of me? Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the whole reason why that we're not like that. And the truth of the matter is, before you start making a judgment, about the subject before you start talking about your guns, or stay out of our people business. Or like some of y'all was telling, I had one Nigerian lady who from the image art. I had to lie. No, I don't lie about it. I had to. I put my hand on the Bible. I had to snitch. And she tried to lie about it. I was trying to say she tried to lie about it. No, and she realized that, no, we don't live that culture. Because you have people, it could be, with mama that could kill me. You know what I'm saying? Or put me in the hospital. You don't know that. Mind your business. We don't live the same ideology as you do. Once again, stop thinking little. Stop assuming with the 3 letters in. And that's why many of us get disrespectful with some people older or younger than us, because they think it's comfortable to do that to us and nobody should do that about it. People bystander and don't do that about it, so we think for ourselves. Because personally, I don't like to disrespect nobody. But when they disrespect me, I have to be defensive to protect me from getting harmed. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I believe in mutual respect. And don't forget, there's people who have children. Why are you so respectful? Because they're children. They're respectful. I have to show what respect is. Based on how I treat them, I can treat them like trash. You better not treat my kids like trash, or it's going to be a problem. So that's the whole reason why our mentality is different. And many of us do not want to live in a world where people talk to us crazy. After 400 years and in slavery, you cannot speak on your experience, my African people, especially from Nigeria, because while, yeah, you might deal with colonization, blah, this and that, but it's not like, what y'all went through is not like what we went through here in the United States. Okay? So your experience and how y'all do not, that's the difference. Then, too, you want to cause a God thus and talk about Black Lives Matter, talk about stuff, but I would love to see when your situation happens, you'll be screaming Black Lives Matter in America, too. The arrogant attitude, the narcissistic, you know what I'm saying? But that's common. And we do not want to deal with that. We dealt with that with our white people that we relate to who don't, to me, just don't look like, who look like you and I, or probably don't look because we come to different shape, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we want to deal with, we want a mutual respect. We want to be treated like a human being. And that's one thing you don't understand. And we will confront people who mistreat. See, we're not, that's one thing that y'all think y'all make this imaginary thing. We don't live your culture. When your ancestors, who were tribal leaders and kings and queens, gave our African ancestors, our white ancestors, you didn't care about their lives, they pure black lives that matter on the ship. Whatever happens, as long as you got that buku money. And rice and tobacco and guns and trading for another human being. So you see the reason why you don't like the fact that we telling that someone like this will hurt you, tell the truth about it, because it hurts, don't it? To see that someone that resemble you or could all look alike, and you don't like the idea we live the culture, but you gotta trace it back that maybe your ancestor who was greedy, who didn't care about humanity, thank you. So it's not our fault. Don't put that blame on us. Okay? So you got to understand that. And the why I'm making fun of this, because you would call us a god to us, but you have a white man, or maybe don't look white, because about Louisiana, look white, identifies white, but maybe don't have a full-blown white background, okay? But you would not call him a god to us. You wouldn't call them agatas. You actually, if some of y'all, if y'all in a position of power, will treat him respectfully. And he probably, if he is 100% of the old passing, probably I'll call all type of nigga bitties. But someone like me, who will show you respect, as long as you don't cross me, you're going to talk to me like crazy. And you think I should take it. No, the fuck, I don't take no disrespect from nobody, not even my 2 parents, not from anybody. And if I do take it, I'm thinking about finding a way to get that person when they don't notice. So let me get my mouth shut, okay? Oh yeah, I get back at people sometimes. Because I want that person to leave the hell alone with that shit. Okay? So that's the whole reason why. You need to do some research on America. Because on every day I was telling an African Nigerian man, hey, you ever read about American history about us? He said, no. That's the reason why. If you study American history the right way, not the whitewashed way, and about our history in the United States, how we were treated and how this that, you will see why it's hard for us to get along, and because you thinking that we live by your standards. We do not live by your standards in the United States. And all of us to get together, we got to understand each other, but at the same time, we got to respect each other too. And I don't care about back at home, how y'all do it, is that you in a different ball game now in the United States, and all that old wool and she-coded attitude has got to go. Okay? It does not make any sense. If you come in, and if I came to your house and disrespect you, that's how it feels to us here. Let me come in your house and talk to you crazy. And you feel ashamed about that. What the person, you know what I'm saying? That's the same that we when you come to this country, and don't get wrong, I'm happy to see my Nigerian and other African brothers having those positions. It makes me feel good since I don't look like my white people. Okay, since we mix with white, there's a chance for someone that look close to me or look like me, you know, because we all don't look alike, that they can get in that seat. But when you sit here and talk all that crazy and talk down and mistreat it, no, I don't give a damn. You might think it's arrogant, but the arrogance will kill you. Or the arrogance will get you hurt. But when we call you out, we call you out. I had to deal at the game. At an event, me and Nigeria had to get into it one time. And I had to let it know the business. Because I don't play that mess. I'm here to respect you, but you can talk to me crazy because back at home you do that shit. We don't live in North America. We don't live in Nigeria. We live in North America, and we even with white folks. The difference between you and the white folks, they have power. You don't. Okay? And talking crazy, we just like you don't want people to talk to you crazy, don't talk to us crazy either. But I'm glad a white man, or maybe not all that white, but look white man, pretend to be you, major people in Nigeria, or our people, should I say, because we none of us, we don't know what tribe, you know what I'm saying, but we could be Nigeria. And I don't deny, because, hey, white man one drop rule in denying, taking, and I'm glad I brought that up. Y'all who defend one drop rule, listen to this. White man, racist man, stripped every African out of our ancestors. Then put the one drop rule in define what black is. And unlike y'all slaves, free people of color like myself who know the game, you stupid enough to defend it and fight us like Hitler did with Kunta Kinte when he cut them chains off his feet and ankles and hands. And you gonna fight me and he put a hand like a fool and take and stay in place to the point that we might end up having a civil war with each other. And I would not mind having that civil war because I would rather be death over tyranny. So you seeing, you're going by what white race people think what blackness is. I'm going by the truth of it. And I don't know, some of y'all don't want me call African. Didn't the black part come to Africa? I had no problem being partially African. I'm not pure African. But when I say, did I say African American? I don't say black too much. I sometimes do because I'm used to it. But even when I speak Spanish, I don't say negra. I don't say negrita. Do you see this color here? And I know about the blackface and all that other crap. That's the whole reason y'all love to go to all stereotypical behavior to please them damn white racist people that you have a love and hate relation. I don't do that shit. They don't like the things I do. Bye. Have a nice day. I don't want to fool with you. I have a don't care attitude. You sure right? That's my Leo Gata. I prefer Gata over nigga. But anyway, point is, and then when that dude was confronting me at the job, my supervisor let me go, the head manager, because I was about to leave the position as a whole and not ever come back. But no, when I had to let the African man know, don't you talk to me in crazy up here. I ain't coming here to disrespect you, but I know why you disrespect us, because you think we are got us and we do nothing and all the other, because you see all the thug characters and all that other in that old buffoonery. Once again, you need to study American history correctly. We not all, just like you don't all live in huts and live in jungles where people run down the street half naked and don't have no clothes on and no shoes on. We don't live, not me, live like that. Live like the thug life and all the other time be in and out of the prison plantation system. You need to start seeing people, and I do see people as individuals, but I'm getting tired when I meet Nigerian people from the Igbo tribe. Half of this is a problem. And then you can't whine about coming together. Because I don't go with anybody, just like my white people. Because I say we were mixed. I don't fuck with people who mistreat me. If you have a tendency to hurt me, we ain't going to see each other unless you have a guaranteed mystery. Because I know you're trying to plant a guaranteed mystery in my life. And you want a longevity of it. I don't want a longevity of it. I ask God to forbid it to continue. Actually, I'm doing it. They're praying about that. Y'all dumb and stupid to subject to your behavior like that. To mistreat people, those who want to defend that mess. Shut your mouth. I want to hear your dog and stupid beliefs. Okay? Thank you. Truth of the matter is, I don't like mistreat people mistreating me. And it will be a problem if it's addressed again. Because I don't wake up in the morning asking to be disrespected by the Almighty. Maybe you do, and maybe you're okay with that, but Zach doesn't. So that's the reason why that I critique Nigerian people, because it's become a constant situation. You want about us coming together, but people with mentality who respect themselves do not ask anybody to be disrespected by anybody and come together with that person unless they want to throw some blows. Okay? And when I went off on the African man, he felt bad then, because he knew that I don't play that. So I'm not intimidated by people. I was bullied by my own family, bullied from people in school, and at the point I got tired of the Lion King about to roar in a few minutes. Because I don't believe that. And if I had a fear, I try my best to get away from that fear or find some way to get over that fear. Because I don't want to go through life being mistreated and abused and talked in any kind of way. You might like that lifestyle. Please keep it out of mind. So that's why I'm glad this white man did that. Let me see why. Because instead of calling us agatas and mistreating us and everything else, maybe you need to treat those who you're trying to oppress. Okay? Because they making, hold up, while you trying to shine and shoe shine and coon for these white racist people and think you better than somebody, they're out here making schemes with your country. And I mean, one thing, you had people, Nigerian people, talk bad about Nigerian people in Ohio. One sister, she like a Mexican, but she black, white, and American descent. She was secure officer, job coming to all her business, but she don't work there. But she worked in partially, and she was saying that, oh, you better go in Ohio, Nigeria, they will not give you a bank. See now, hold up. You're going to talk bad about us calling us a gatas, and we are domestic, and we had no training, but at the same time, you got white people out there making you look terrible. Don't open no bank. Don't do it because it's a scam. So, and this will happen. A white-looking man or a white man, because like I said, because of the history of Louisiana. Okay? One thing, I have to be respectful to the history, because I want mine to be respected. Thank you. That's how, okay? Point is, was using your name, your country's name, and making it look terrible. And you start calling him a gatas and mistreating someone like that. Because every time I go to public, I see y'all smiling at the white folks here in Texas. And it's funny, it can say white folks making Ebola jokes and call you Ebola. But oh no. So y'all get my point. And it's funny that I try to be respectful too. Now, let me say that I reach out to African people too. I have no issue. I do have an issue, people exploitation, stereotypical standards. Because you want exploitation. Yeah, you should. First of all, don't tell King Z what to do. Well, I don't care what the other, but fuck that brother who live by your standards. I live by my own. Those who here in the United States. If I'm not all the Arab-centric, take it or leave it. I do things my way. Okay? I live by my way. I die by my way. Whatever. I don't live for other. I don't pay nobody's way. I don't live for others. So therefore, I live American, by the way, and I live by the standards and I know about my rights. Go find the next brother who do everything when you say jump. I'm not that person. You're wasting your time. But the truth of the matter is, I meet African people. I have African people, actually, we get along more than the people, African people here. It's funny, the Hispanic, and for real, because I'm not with that hood rat and slave mentality. I swear, I'm trying to stereotype. I'm not with that mess. And I don't want that as a future or destiny. But I get along with African people, men and women, and I say my brother, my sister, one real dark. I say, hey, my brother. So if I was anti-African, I would be saying that. It's the one, and many of them are not Nigerian. But the Igbo tribe Nigerian people is getting your problem. Talking us crazy. I understand you got folks, but I'm not that person. and talk to me crazy because back at home, that's how you talk. You know, stop being a bully to people. When you're trying to be a teacher and teach right, bully, and don't bring Jesus into it because Jesus was not a bully. Don't distort scripture with me with that mess. If you don't like nobody talk to you crazy when you bully somebody, maybe you need to change your attitude. In this case, a white man was passing as one of you without no makeup and all the other stuff, okay, on the computer and scam folks. Now, go harass him, Carmagata. Go to the prison system and harass him. If you have a prison, if you're in Sindel jail cell right now as an officer, go talk to him crazy like you talk to us. Because we don't play that shit here in the United States. That's the reason why. Just because your mama and your daddy did you wrong, please don't put their bad parenting skills on our lives. We have nothing already. Some of us, like myself, is trying to heal from the situation and not resort back to that mess ever again. So hope you realize that. And next time, better not go to a club ever again and have somebody, and I can't stand a white or a Pocho mind Latino because that's, you know what I'm saying, since they want, yeah, those one disconnected, that thing. But someone who's from the motherland, who has more African connection than I do, gonna talk to me crazy? Oh, hell the fuck no. Respect goes both ways unless you want to get that mistreatment. Like R. Kelly said, I don't like R. Kelly in the closet. So we can do it the Christian way, mean treat those who want to be treated, or we can do it the evil way, means to get fired and fired. So, which one you want? There's no in between that when it comes to someone like me. Because I don't wake in the morning asking for disrespect. You might do, but please keep your curse out of my life.